Nithyanandam, this is Mom Nithyananda coming to you from the very loud, raucous Trishula Adinam. I hope you can hear me over the neighbors' music, but they're celebrating us. The song is Trishulam, and that's the name of this Adinam. And behind me here is the spectacular Dakshinamurti. Now, when you go to Bidadi to attend programs, Dakshinamurti is under the banyan tree. And when he was in the body as a young acharya, young teacher, he sat under banyan tree, which is represented by that beautiful arch over his head. He didn't say a word. He taught in silence. And this is something to remember, is all this the five senses and everything that we're doing just connects us with Maya, connects us with the illusion. And when you go into silence, that's actually when you connect with pure consciousness, the matrix that is behind you and that is the real part of you. This is a superficial creation of the five senses. And what Dakshinamurti did when he was in the body is he taught in silence. And at one point a king heard that the court musicians were making songs in honor of Dakshinamurti instead of him. Of course he was enraged, and so he demanded that he be taken to this young man who was sitting alone in a forest with all these people sitting around him. And the king came and demanded to be granted an audience, or at least acknowledged. And of course nothing happened. He wasn't acknowledged, no audience. So he sat down, and that silence engulfed him, and that core part of his being finally could be heard. And he became a disciple of Dakshinamurti. He realized that's why songs were being made about him, because he was the divine in human form. And that's what's happening with the guru I'm following, Paramahamsa Nithyananda. He is the divine in human form. And every day he gives free discourses, but really all you need to do is be in silence and receive the initiations, because now his initiations are manifesting powers in everybody. So his Gurukul kids are picking it up the fastest, and I think it's because they're the purest, there's the least resistance, they're the most connected to him. And they can turn on electric devices like phones and laptops by looking at them. They can scan any place in the world. It's called remote viewing. And so they can see your place in Dallas, tell you if someone's breaking into it, they can say what's going on there. They can find lost objects. They can see textbooks that aren't in their presence. So it's become impossible to give them exams, because they can just access anything that you want to test them on, and they can just look at the book directly. So it's an amazing time to be a human being, because the shift happening is the one we've been waiting for. So don't miss out, don't lose any time. Come to Bidadi, come to Inner Awakening, either in September or the big Mahasadashivoham process with alchemy products in December. And you can get a glimpse of all of this this coming weekend. And it's actually going to be daylight hours in North America for a change. So it'll be, the course will be held in the evening here in India, which means you can watch it in, I think it goes from 7 a.m. to noon, Saturday and Sunday. And it'll give you a glimpse of what these powers are, what this shift is, and you can decide for yourself, are you going to jump on the boat or not? Thank you for listening. Nithyanandam.